Oh, good for you.
Hello, boobies.
I would just say build a better deck.
Ooh, welcome to the CommanderSmiths.
We are the CommanderSmiths.
I'm Adam Smith.
And I'm Lowry Smith.
Don't worry.
We're cousins.
Oh, man, I was worried. I'm like, I don't know if I know how to do all
We're
this
good.
stuff anymore. I'm like looking at all the volume levels. I'm like, are we working? Are we working? It's been, 3 weeks since we've gone live here. We've both taken a little vacation. I was more of a staycation in a way. I went to the cabin with Mr. Tad for 4th of July. Other than that, I've been home just working on stuff and get things done around the house. You have been quite the traveling dude. You've been all over the place. Why don't you tell us where you've gone and what you've seen? And I actually want to know what your favorite part of this whole thing was, this whole trip and everything. Because it's multiple trips. It's not just like one trip. You went on like
3.
Yeah. 3 trips.
Yeah.
Back to back.
All right. So I had a work trip in Nebraska on the family farm. I painted for 10 days and got like half the house done.
It looked good.
The worst parts.
It looked good. Yeah. And you got the kiddos
together. And most of my technique, and I can say thank you for that. You know, you're the one that got me painting and all that stuff. We've talked about that in the past. And my brother helped me down there. He was there for about 4 or 5 days. And then my wife came down for 3-4 days over the 4th of July. And then I finished up with a couple of days and then drove out to
South Dakota,
Custard State Park in South Dakota for our grandpa's 75th college reunion. He went to the South Dakota School of Mines. And so it's just us and any of the family that was able to make it. You guys weren't able to, unfortunately. But yeah, we'd stay in the park, drive up to Rapid City, hang out for like, go to lunch, say, hey, like it was basically like
RoboCop. Sorry.
What's up? But we were basically grandpa's trophies. He was showing us off, going like, hey, this is my family. Look at how many great grandchildren I have. And a lot of people knew him. He is a known factor there. And really anywhere that he goes, people know him anyway.
Yeah.
Like, you know that.
Yeah.
And so he does a really good job of that.
It's kind of a big deal is what you're trying to say. Kind of a big deal.
Yeah, he is.
Especially that year when he was the Olympic stuff with the the big thing was that commercial or the big bit on him where he had
Blue
the
Cross Blue Shield had a commercial with him in it.
And he brought that to every family event, his little poster cutout and everything for like 2 years. It was
I wonder who's going to inherit that. Most prized possession poster of a commercial I was in. And then after that, my wife flew in on a Friday night into South Dakota, and then Saturday was kind of the last thing with Grandpa, and we took off after that. And Saturday just everybody woke up and started cleaning. And he was already gone. He woke up before everybody.
He's been doing that since, our grandma passed away about a year ago. Grandpa, whenever we go up to like the cabin with him or anything, the cleaning day of picking up and stuff, he just peace outs every single. He just like you wake like we went up with him for. I'm pretty sure it was last year's. No, because it was right after. No, it was fall colors. Yeah. So that had to have been like only a month and a half after Grandma passed. But then we were up there with him, and he left at 5 o'clock in the morning just so he didn't have to clean.
No,
I know.
I mean, the thing is, like, we were all like, we know he's gonna leave in the morning, and he's he doesn't have to clean.
Right.
Like,
no,
he's not going to, number one, but he doesn't have to, number
right.
two. Like, so yeah, it was a good time there.
And then you guys went to one of my favorite spots.
Cousin Jake a little bit.
We've talked about him on this cast.
Yeah. I didn't even get an update after that initial thing, but we don't have to talk about that here.
That's going to be an after cast if we used to have.
That's why I'm drinking tonight. And I do owe a shot of Malort as well. Who is that to? Tad?
I believe it's Tad. Yeah, Tad got the Malorts there, so we'll get that going.
So yeah, that's end of week 2, and then going into the last week, wife came in, and then we drove out to Yellowstone, and we were there for really only 4 days. We were there Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and we were leaving Wednesday. But we saw so much there; it was crazy.
Yeah,
it was.
You had a lot of sweet pictures there.
We saw 2 different bears. We had multiple buffalo walk across the street, the road. We had an elk cross the road on us. But yeah, herds of buffalo in like
crazy.
Lamar Valley up there, but also just like random ones sleeping in the woods, one near a visitor center. Like they're just everywhere, and it was awesome. That's like it was great that the kids got to see all that. Like
where did you?
I think I've only seen 2 or 3 bear in my life.
Yeah, that was
up to this point, and then I saw 2 within 4 days.
Yeah,
crazy.
Where did you guys like camp, or did you rent like lodges or hotel in Yellowstone?
So we were down at Flag Ranch on the southern entrance.
Okay. Is that where
and we were just in
is?
a like powerless cabin essentially.
Okay. Is that where the lake is? Like the big lake down there? Is that kind of where that is?
There's a Sylvan Lake down there, but it's not Yellowstone Lake, which is the large one in the park. So that we weren't on Yellowstone Lake, but it was great. It would have been a lot better if they were laying pea gravel like the entire time. So instead of a half-hour drive, it was an hour to get into the park.
Oh man,
which was brutal.
Yeah. Oh, get the fuck out of here, Chris, with your Team Forest Walk.
Yeah,
I gotta give you this, Chris.
And it was great.
Chris, you deserve this.
Get the fuck out!
Yeah, lots of animals. Got to see all the big things. You know, we went up to Mammoth. We went to the Prismatic Hot Spring. We saw Old Faithful. They got all the highlights and really quick. And they're still, my kids are young, 5 and 7. So they were wore out at the end of every day. Like we were pushing it. We'd wake up, have some breakfast and get going. Not super early. It wasn't that kind of plan, but we'd be going to bed, getting back by like 7, bed by like 8:30. Like it was pushing them.
So when you did the Old Faithful, like, and we haven't done this, we started to kind of do that with the boys last time, but it gets hot and it's a long drive and all that. Did you go and hike to the other geysers in that area? There's some cool.
No, we didn't, because like, so we had the 4 days, right? First day is we came in through Lake Yellowstone, which is the southeast part.
Okay.
We traveled along the southern kind of coast or whatever. We went swimming or hung out by the lake a bit. And then we just tried to make our way to the cabin, which was nice. Like it was just really low key. We got there by like 4:30, 5 o'clock that first day. And then the second day, we went all the way up to Mammoth, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
We did Norris, which is like the west entrance, and just went north. Then I tried to find the Boiling River, which is north of.
It might be gone from when they had the floods a couple of years ago. I was pretty sure I heard that those got wiped away, because those were cool. You did, awesome. You and I both have done that. I told you about them, and then you guys went there and did like. For people that don't know the Yellowstone area, what they did was people man-made It's where hot springs is boiling into the river. So Yellowstone River is super cold, like it's ice cold, but then you have this 200-degree water coming into the river, and so it mixes, and the man-made part is people piled rocks and made like little pools, so it would just sit there and you could sit, and it was like a hot tub, but you get like blasted with cold and warm water. So it was really, really one of the coolest experiences I've ever had.
Super cool.
Yeah. And so, but then they had the floods like 3-4 years ago that wiped all these roads out. And that's what you're saying with the gravel, right? Is that why they were doing gravel, or is it just random? They were putting.
Well, there was gravel there when I was there.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying the roads were all back and built, right? There was nothing closed, right? Because there were areas that,
as far as I know, yes.
Okay, because when I
was on Old Yellowstone Road, and that's what I knew of, like how to get there. But yeah, I went about 10 miles up, didn't see anything, and I was kind of going purely from memory because there's no real
sign.
GPS or internet there.
Oh,
like,
yeah, it's a good
You
point
need to
too.
like download the map beforehand.
Yeah.
So, and it was really late. We probably shouldn't have gone anyway because we didn't get back until fucking 9 o'clock. It takes 3 hours to drive 70 miles south. It was stupid. And then the third day we just did basically Prismatic Hot Springs and
Old Faithful.
Old Faithful, and then we kind of did the paint pots in that area. But that area is so packed that you don't get much done.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of like the most popular place to be.
Yeah.
And then on the way out, we swam in Yellowstone Lake and then headed up the east side. But we saw, bear that morning trying to get over to the lake. And they just basically shot out in front of the car in front of us. We're like, holy crap.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And that was pretty cool. And so like we kind of pull off to the side and we take pictures from inside the car. And there's some other people, they're like, hop out, start working towards it. I was like, that's a grizzly bear, right?
Yeah,
like, no problem. And I was like,
I'll just run or be eaten, whatever.
You're dumb.
Yeah.
They could go 25, 30 miles an hour. Uphill is no problem. They can climb a tree faster than you can run. Like this was just dumb. And I was like, we're out of here. I'm not trying to expose my kids to death.
Yeah.
So,
that's a lot of. I mean, you guys got a lot of Yellowstone.
Wonderful. It's been a long time. My wife hadn't experienced it yet, so I'm glad she was able to make it there too. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
then
awesome.
On the way back, we went to Thermopolis in Wyoming and swam in a hot spring. And we drove over to Devil's Tower and hiked around that the next day.
Did you tell little Lau and Elise you climbed that bitch?
Like, they didn't believe me.
And it was almost 10 years to the weekend because my memories on
to
Facebook
the weekend too, huh?
My memories when you guys were in South Dakota was us Drake on his bouncy thing at that lodge we were at. So it was and it makes sense because it was the reunion. So the reunion's always around the same time, and that's why we went there and we did Devil's Tower as the secondary thing, which really was a first thing. Like that was crazy. We weren't doing
crazy
podcast at that point, but yeah, we climbed Devil's Tower. Oh, good for us. And it was the scariest thing I've ever done in my entire life. That was
it was big up there.
Yeah.
I have to go find my pictures.
Yeah.
So
I have the GoPro video of that.
Incredible experience.
Yeah, it was crazy. What did they believe you when you told them that? Like, I bet you my boys would be like, "There's no way you climb that because it doesn't look like you could climb that shit." Like it's
no.
Yeah,
it's you're just like, you fit inside that, and it's like back, and then you stretch out your legs, and you put your fist into a smaller crack, and you just pull yourself up. And then you have the guide yell at Adam saying, "Just climb!"
Yeah. Oh God, I hated that. I was like, "Where do I go? Which rock should I grab? Just climb." I'm like, "What the? That isn't helping at all." Like, that actually for all the stuff we've talked about our deranged cousin Jake in that climb, he helped because he was the last one. He took up the back. And so it was a lot of times just me and him because you were one of the you and Grant would be one of the first ones going up, and he'd help me get through that because I was fucking terrified. Like I'm afraid of heights. Climbing helped me get over that partially, but I still was afraid of heights, even though we do a lot of rock climbing.
That's a crazy amount. It's something like I don't know necessarily where we started, because like there's a bottom part that you're able to kind of like hike,
yep, to where
yeah, and that part doesn't really count as a climb, but the tower is like 800 feet tall.
Yeah, and
you need ropes that are 200-foot long, and
you
like,
need to have people that know what they're doing. So that's why your brother Grant was one of our, all of us. We all had we have climbing experience, but Grant was more advanced with all that, the belaying, and he was putting in the clips, wasn't he? A part of that, yeah. And my brother did it earlier in the day on a different route that was harder with his girlfriend and another guy. So 3 people. We did it with what, 5 or 6 of us? Me, you, Grant, Jake, Justin, and the guide. So 6 of us.
And the guide, yeah, 6.
Yeah,
it was wild.
That was
it was wild because like we're almost all the way up, and the guy's like, "I'm not even supposed to have this many people with me." We're like, "Oh my god, what do you mean?"
There were
yeah, that was fun. He was like, "There should only be 4 on this," and we got 6. Just like,
son of a bitch. I don't think I ever heard him say that. He must have said it to you guys when you climbed up, and
you were still climbing. You were yelling.
I'm so glad I did not hear that. Like, that would have.
Yep.
Because
so like that double belaying technique that he was using, he
Yeah.
basically invented it, and it's
right.
not really kosher. It was fucking ridiculous. I mean, he knew what he was doing. He was really
he was
good.
really good.
But like
he was an asshole to us though, but he was good.
Yeah.
He knew what he was doing, but he kept us alive.
Well, okay, so here's the other thing, and I don't think it was on this trip, because I tried to climb Devil's Tower 10 years prior to when we succeeded.
And I wasn't there
with Jake, his sister, and his dad, and we didn't finish. We were able to kind of like rappel over, and in the descent part, we ran into 2 guys that didn't have a rope long enough to.
That was us.
That was with you guys?
Yes.
Yeah. That's crazy,
we didn't run it. We got to the top, and the guys they didn't have a long enough rope to go all the way down. So they got on our rappel stuff and went
right.
Yeah. So and our guide was pissed. He's like, "What fucking idiots? These fucking idiots are so stupid." Just and he wasn't quiet about it
as
either.
He's saying they're like saving their life.
Yeah.
But
Right. Oh man.
He's
yeah, no,
he's
that
an
was
anti-hero.
Yeah, right, exactly. I'll tell you this: it was a good experience. I will never freaking do that again. It was crazy. The one thing that stands out to me, and I can picture it to this day, is the one ledge that all 6 of us had to get on, but there wasn't enough space for all 6. Like there were some of us had to have our legs just dangling off just so we could all fit on there. And Jake,
and then other people had to be standing and like leaning into a crevice, and
Jake had to stay at the bottom, and he had to go because there wasn't enough room. He had to go from down below where we were, or below us, go up to where we got after we all started climbing and go. So he doubled it. He went 2 because he was the rear or whatever. Yeah.
Crazy.
Anyways, so yeah, we're so it sounds like you had a good trip though. That was
I kind of saved the best part for last a little bit. The white knuckle driving that I was kind of telling you about.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah, where was that?
We were leaving Yellowstone out of the northeast entrance where Lamar Valley is, right? And we decided that we're going to drive up to Billings, and there's this road basically from what is it? It's like shit, I forgot it.
Yeah,
but basically it's Highway 212.
Yeah.
And you go, it's something city, like Coke City or something. And then you're driving to what is it?
Is it? Yeah, that's a known. What is? It's not Cook City. I'm thinking of Minnesota.
That actually sounds right. Cook City.
It might be
something around that area, and then you're going up to like Red Lodge, but you're driving over like Bear Claw Pass and mountain and shit like that.
It is Cook City.
It is such an amazing drive.
Cook City,
and it's like 2 lanes just winding up the side of a mountain. It's beautiful. There's snow patches all over you. There's wild mountain flowers. Just a few people. The road is rugged, and like on the way down, on the other side of the pass, there's just nets everywhere to catch falling rock, and you're driving by that stuff. They're like, hey, these white crosses are where people died. And, like, it's just all down that mountainside. And you're like, there was nothing on the other side. What are we doing here? And on the way down, there was a cloud that we drove through, and it was thicker than fog. Like, it was fucking intense. Like, I was white knuckling it. And I'm like, kids, go touch a cloud. And like, it's so cold out. I'm like, don't yell too loud, please. Like,
I'm shitting my pants right now.
Yeah, that's exactly. We got done with it, and there was a bathroom basically at the top of it. There was a place to go. It was the most gorgeous outhouse in the world. And we get done driving through the clouds, and I was like, so glad I took a shit there, because I would have pooped myself. It was quite scary, because it was so thick to drive through the cloud. I saw there was somebody that was just waiting for somebody else to go in front of them
so they could follow.
I went past them, and they hopped right behind me, and it was wild.
Yeah. So Jay-Z Kayak on here, he said, yeah, it's Cook City to Red Lodge, Beartooth Pass.
He knows what's up. Yeah, it's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. But if you got a shitty car, or if it's snowy, icy, do not go.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is the pass that in the winter, and he's saying people, that's a lot of skiing, but that can get really just snowed over, like feet and feet of snow. But it's like great snowmobiling, if I remember right. I never did it. I just remember my mom, because my mom has the place in in Livingston.
It's closed in winter. Okay, thank God.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, I think it's only for snowmobiling and everything. So they get feet and feet of snow, and like that's like a known. I'm pretty sure a known snowmobile. I had never done it, but my mom has talked about it going up there.
Brent knows people that have done it.
Okay, so yeah,
because I texted him. I'm like, you could take pictures here, and he was like, I've heard about it. It's amazing.
Okay, and Jay-Z Kayak saying it's a good snowmobile spot. So yeah, I've never done it. I've only done the snowmobiling up to Old Faithful. Like we started on the Montana entrance, which is what, the west entrance? Is that one? The northwest?
It can be. I mean, it's the west or the north.
So it's
or maybe Idaho's the north.
Mammoth Springs? Is that the Mammoth? Is that where, right? Is that?
Yeah.
And that's where the hot springs is. But I've snowmobiled from there but I never did the Cook City stuff.
Okay.
And but yeah, so that sounds awesome, dude. I mean, that sounds scary as shit.
It was scary, but it was really, really cool.
That's awesome. All right. Well, okay. So we were going to talk Magic. It's just been 3 weeks. We haven't been doing anything. So actually, Lowry, what are we doing on the podcast today?
Good point. We are going to go over the new precons for Edge of Eternity. Adam has one deck, I have one deck, and they should just do 2 decks like
it
normally,
makes it easy,
because this was wonderful.
Yeah, this made it very easy. I liked it. It didn't take me very long to do. We also have as you guys might remember, 3 weeks ago we did the basic land tournament, so we will go through the results. We'll start with that after we do the little tags here in a second. We'll see what's moving on and what's going. I'll say there's upsets on both sides. There's an upset going against me, and there's an upset going against you. So
is there a stump today too, or no?
No stump. I didn't get around to get into that. We will get into that next.
I feel like I'm wasting drinking.
Maybe. Oh, I can't make one on the fly. I'm sorry, but you do have a Malort to take. So why don't you get that going so I can do the tags really quick, and while I'm doing the tags, you can get your Malort poured there. All right. So really quick, there's a couple ways you guys can support the CommanderSmiths. The financial way to support us is just become a patron. $1 gets you into the Discord. $5 or more gets you proxies if you want. And actually, let me just show you this. That's going to be revealed. I'm going to stand up here for a second. I did a revamp of the Shocklands, and I've always wanted to do the Theros, and these aren't cut out yet. But these are the foil ones of the Theros lands, the space lands. So if you move up on some of those, the tiers for becoming a patron, you can get those foil ones. But really, $1 gets in the Discord, and that's really our X, our Twitter, our Blue Sky. So if you really want to chat with us, that's one place to chat with us, and we respond. And there's a bunch of people on there. We all talk on there. But another way you guys can communicate with us. Did you take the Malort before even? Did you already take it? You didn't do a countdown?
Okay, so there's just a little bit left, so I emptied the bottle.
Did you just down it?
It was more than I did a little swig.
I didn't even notice. I was not.
That's all right. Thanks. I feel like I just got a haircut and you didn't care about that either.
Right. That happens all the time. But yeah, so what was I gonna say? Because we don't
get a haircut once a week. That's why nobody notices.
I get it once a month. I'm just saying when Cindy gets a haircut, I'm like, yeah, you cut off a couple inches. I can't tell. Okay, so yeah, that is the financial way to support the CommanderSmiths. The other way you guys can support the CommanderSmiths is, well, actually, in the link below, we do have our store, which is really my eBay, where we have these cups. Actually, it's more of what Lowry's cup is. It's the red Yeti mugs. So you can get those from our stores. That also supports us as well. We have metal tokens on there. And then the free way to support us is to just subscribe. If you've already clicked this video to watch this, make sure you subscribe to the channel and give it a like. It's super easy. You're watching it now, just hit the like button. It's super easy. This just helps us out. And then I think that's it, right? I don't think anything else. Yeah. You can or if you want to direct message us, do it on the Discord. If you're not a part of the Discord, CommanderSmiths@gmail.com. Oh, I should mention, the reason why Lowry's taking the Malort is, one, Tad did the $15 last time we were on. Any amount of money that you put towards us, if it's up to $15, gets us a Malort shot. Oh, no. That was only for that. That's not right. That is not right. When we reach this goal here for Scrubland, the raffle, we will take Malort. That opens up the Malort thing. We did that as a special thing because we were going to be gone. But every dollar that you guys put in, donate when we're live, goes towards, it's one basically entry into trying to win that Scrubland dual land. And that is right here, just so you can see. There's a real little guy there. And that is our raffle right there. So real dual land, light play. You can see there's a little bit of stuff on the edges, but it's a nice dual land.
Giveaway. I doubt it's not near mid.
So yeah, every dollar gets that. Once we hit that goal of 325, we were at 110, so we were 1/3 of the way there, just a little bit over. Once we hit that, we will get all the names on the wheel and spin that, and one lucky winner will win that dual land. So, all right, that is all the stuff there. Let's get to our tournament.
Show off last month's proxies at all?
Oh, that was what I showed when you were doing your Malort.
Oh, were you? Okay.
Yeah, that's what I showed on the sheet.
Oh, I don't normally pay attention, but when I'm doing other things,
well, I should
don't pay attention.
Let me show. I didn't show the Vivi. I did do a Vivi. So there's the new Vivi that's coming out here. So yeah, it's a sexy Vivi, and I have a lot of decks that it goes in. And
what are you doing with that Vivi?
It's going to my Elsha deck, man. It's pretty sick. It's so sick in that Elsha deck. I'm not kidding, because
bannable.
The cool thing about it is that Elsha deck, it just fits perfect because it's an Anthem deck. So a lot, when I've been goldfishing it, I was goldfishing it lately because I was trying to figure out to get my cut, because I'm like, well, I got to add this to this deck, obviously. What am I going to cut? So I was goldfishing it. Almost every single time when I played it, it comes out and it already gets +1/+1 from all the anthems that are there. So I'm able to use it right away because it's not a tap ability. It's the 0 ability. So I'm able to already cast something for free, basically, or, not for free, but you know what I'm saying? I get like 2-3 mana right off the bat. And I'm just like, holy shit, this card is so good. And then the damage, like, oh God, that card is ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
It's going to get banned in standard for sure.
I think so, but I think we're safe in Commander, I would think. I mean, I don't know,
man. It depends on how much it's used, but people love that 1 damage thing. It's the best ramp card in red blue. It gets big. It's ridiculous.
It's really sick.
It's ridiculous. Should I take a shot?
Yeah, let's do it. I thought you already did it. Isn't that what you were doing?
No, I finished off the bottle, so I'm having more than a shot.
Thank you, Tad, from last time. I'm surprised he didn't jump on for Urza's for life. He didn't. Feel bad for you there, buddy. No, I don't. All right. Well, Lowry's doing the shakes there. Let's get to the tournament here. So we have the basic land tournament. And actually, we slow rolled this one. So this one's been out for a little bit now. And actually, I think that's how we're going to do it moving forward, is we're going to have voting go per day. So this next round, we'll have just one. I'll set a matchup tomorrow, and each day we'll have it go until next week. So, Lowry, I'm going to have you guess, because we did also, so these numbers aren't going to be exact. You're going to see that. There's an Urza's for life.
You didn't have to step up, Robocop.
There's an Urza's for life. I'll give it to you.
Get the fuck
out. We did do a Discord poll on this tournament as well. Mainly because YouTube at the time when I was trying to do this was not allowing me to post polls. Like, it wasn't allowing me to do new stuff. So I was like, all right, Discord, you're deciding this. And then it started working again. So then I put it up on YouTube. So we're going to start backwards. We're going match, the lowest match all the way up to the top match. So match 8 was the full text secret layer that you picked. Get out of here, Jay-Z Kayak. Don't do Team Forest Walk.
Get the
Hashtag Team
fuck
Forest Walk.
out!
Going against the Infinity Spaceland. So you're the 8th overall pick, going against the 9th overall pick, which was the Infinity Lands. Where do you think this one went?
Well, since it's the only meme, I'm going to say that, I mean, it's 8 and 9 as well. I think full text lands win by a small margin.
You're wrong. It is 75% when you include the Discord went to the Infinity Spacelands.
Memes should at least win first round.
This is a 16. If it was 32, I could see that, but 16, that's a little more difficult. All right, then we had the
that's a big wallop.
My number 7 overall pick is the Dominaria Stained Glass Lands, going against your Crushing Brutality Secret Layer Lands. Those are the black and white.
I mean, I do respect the Stained Glass versions, but Crushing Brutality is wonderful.
So you think that one
wins?
What do you, by a lot, or do you think a little, or
probably in that 70% range?
I mean, you're right with the 70, but it's the other way around. It is 77%. This is 78, but again, adding Discord to a little bit more. Stained Glass moves on with 77% of the votes. So far, Lowry, you don't have anything going here. All right, the next one, I'm pretty sure this is how I have it. Yes, 7. Okay. It was your number 6 overall pick, Godzilla Secret Layer Lands.
I did not like that pick there specifically.
Going against my number 11 Phyrexian Lands, which are very similar to the Crushing Brutality, except it has the Phyrexian writing on it.
The banners, and I really like those.
And that's what we've turned into the Surveil
I'm going to say
lands.
Those the lame Phyrexian lands probably win.
You're right.
But they are lame compared to
the
Oil Slick.
Oh, well, yeah. But these are awesome. That's what we use for our Surveil lands, what I use for proxies there. 68% when you add in the Discord, Phyrexian lands move on.
Oh, you've won
all three.
This is all upsets. Technically.
Yeah.
It was brutal.
Oh, is it upset? Oh, that one was upset. The other one was not. And the first one was. Okay. All right. Then we have the Tarkir Dragon Eye lands. That was the number 5. That was my pick. Overall, against your number 12, the Kamigawa Neon Dynasty lands.
I'm going to say Neon Dynasty.
Where do you think with the percentage?
I'm hoping it's probably pretty close. Like 55-45.
What if I told you it was a sexy percentage at 69% of the votes went to Kamigawa Neon Dynasty? Yours finally moves on. You at least have one in the final 8.
And that is an upset.
Yep, that is a big upset. Yep.
That
was a 12 against a 5.
I'm down with it. I think it's just because the Dragon Eye ones are just so hard to get. Like, nobody wants to play with them because they're all $10.
But the Kamigawa ones are really sweet. I did like those a lot. Yeah.
Absolutely. All of them are gorgeous. Yeah. I play with those on the regular.
Yep. All right. Then we move to your number 4 overall, Guru Lands. Going against my number 13, Theros Space Lands. Like the new shocks that I just showed, those as the basic lands. Where do you think that one went? Number 4
I mean,
against
I don't
13.
think people really know the Guru lands very much, so I see them losing, even though they are higher echelon type things.
They're SpongeBob ritzy lands is what you're saying. You're right. 72% of the votes went to the Theros space lands. They move on. Guru gets knocked out. Then we move on to
I have one in so far.
One in so far. Yep. Then we have the number 3 pick, mine, Synthwave Secret Layer lands, going against your Alpha lands, the OGs, number 14 overall.
Synth lands dominate this by 70-80%.
You're gonna be surprised. Alpha lands
Holy
moves
shit!
on 57. This was our closest battle. Yep. Synthwaves gets knocked out. 57% of the votes go to Alpha lands. So you got one.
Okay, no, this definitely feels like everybody voted against what I would have voted on every single one of these. I would have voted against me on this one.
Yeah, I'm surprised the Synthwave. I will say this: Discord voted the other way. Discord had Synthwave lands going.
We got a bunch of synthwave bobos in there.
Yeah, we do. That's a good point. All right, your number 1 overall, which the number 2 overall pick, Oil Slick lands going against the Jurassic Park Flip lands. That's number 15.
Oh, no contest, Oil Slick.
You're right. It is 74% when you add in Discord. Oil Slick moves on. And then finally, it is the Unbattle, Unstable, my number 1 and the number 1 overall pick. Unstable lands, my favorite lands of all time, going against the number 16 Unglued.
That's the brown border one?
Yeah.
Yours wins. I get it.
You're right. 73% of the vote. Unstable lands takes it down. Unglued is pretty. That wasn't our biggest crush.
So I have like 3 that have gone through.
Okay,
3 out of the 8.
It's
not that bad.
Here's the matchups though. One of your matchups is one of your 2 going against each other.
No.
Yeah. All right. So we do have Unstable. This is kind of funny too. So Unstable went against Unglued. Now Unstable is going against Unfinity. So we got Unstable against Unfinity lands.
Yeah.
So I personally I think Unstable moves on, but that's just my bias. I love the Unstable lands, but the Unfinity lands are really cool. Those planet lands are really sweet. Same side of the bracket, it's the Phyrexian lands, not the Brutality ones, the Phyrexian lands going against my Theros space lands. So both of those are mine. So I have at least one in the finals because that whole side is all me on that. So
cheating.
So which one moves on there, Phyrexian or Theros lands?
I'd go Theros lands.
Theros. Yeah.
Those are my unstable lands.
Yeah,
like if I'm
those
just like, I don't really know what fits this theme, and then I just go Theros and jam it in, and I love it every time.
So you're gonna like those shock lands I made, man. Those are gonna fit well with your decks.
No, I'm all about that.
Yeah. All right, and then the other one on your side of the bracket, Oil Slick going against Stained Glass.
Oil Slick.
Yeah, probably.
I think Oil Slick wins this.
No. Just kidding. And then
I'm okay if it's 1, 2, 3, 4 in the finals. But
Kamigawa Neon Dynasty lands going against Alpha lands.
I don't fucking know. I didn't know that Alpha Lands was going to be here.
Yeah, I didn't either. But I mean, it gets
Alpha.
the
I'm going to go Alpha.
You're going Alpha? I might say Kamigawa. I really like the Kamigawa ones. But I do like, I mean, the nostalgia of the Alpha lands is kind of the bit. So that's,
because like if you included like just the white border versions of those, that's a no-go in my opinion. Like there's no chance that they're going, and it's the same art, but just like the feel of an Alpha card is so, I don't know, nostalgic or different, or like it just has a darker tone to it, and then the black border just adds to it. Like it is a gorgeous, perfect land to start the game.
And I will say, I mean, this is the nostalgia part, is when I see those lands, I remember playing, not with the Alpha, but with the revised. I had the white border, what you were just saying. But I remember that like I remember my place where I was, like playing at school and all that stuff, and then us playing and all that. Those lands really do bring me back. So, all right. So the voting is going to start tomorrow. We'll have probably 1 or 2 rounds go tomorrow, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and we'll announce the winners on next week on Monday. So, all right, let's move on to the commander upgrades. Oops, let's get up. Well, actually, let's start with yours. Yours is the first one. So,
it's right there.
What we are gonna do here is last time what we did is it's not only the budget upgrades. Oh, we have a button for this, don't we?
It is everything.
We have I don't remember what the prices were. Oh, is it worth it? Okay, so we're gonna start with is it worth it? So let's hit that.
Is it worth it? Let me work it.
Oh, that's really short. That's not what I want. There we go. Time for
Is it worth it? Let me work it. I put my game down, flip it and reverse it.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through these decks. Larry's gonna break down his deck. And not only is he gonna break down, we're gonna first start with the is it worth it. So we go through all the reprints that are in this deck. Larry's gonna tell us the notable ones, and then also he's gonna go over some of the new cards that he thinks stand out. And then at the end of that, he's going to tell us, or we're going to both kind of decide if we think this deck is worth the money. Do you have the price of what this deck is? I'm guessing it's pretty similar to what mine was. It's probably around the 55 to 57. It's what both these decks seem to be.
For what?
The price
you can
of the
buy it at?
Yeah, the
or
Precon.
What's in there?
The Precon. Buying it. Not the singles.
Purchasing it?
Yeah, just the sealed. Did you check that at all?
I want to say that I saw it for like 66, 67 bucks.
Okay, so a little bit more than mine. Okay.
Yeah.
So
because mine's better.
It is actually. So then what we're gonna do after that, then we'll stay with it, or do we want to do mine as the no we'll stay with yours, and then we're gonna go through the upgrades. So then Lowry, we're gonna do the Mr. Unlimited and the budget upgrades. We have simplified it. Instead of trying to break down the whole deck, we're just giving you a couple of suggestions and ideas of how we would do this, and then some really expensive upgrades. So Lowry, take it away. What is your deck? What is the deck name of this one? I forget what that one is.
All right, this one's Counterintelligence. It's a red, white, blue deck, very artifact theme heavy, and so and very much like charge counters, which is really nice because like
we haven't had that for a little bit. The charge counter stuff.
Right. So they basically include all the good charge counter cards in the deck, which is really nice. But the main one, and I'm going to hopefully buy this deck at a decent price and then build this guy, which is Kilo.
So you like this guy then? You like this one?
I like this one a lot.
Cool.
Yeah. It's blue, red, white for a 3/3 robot artificer. It has haste, and whenever Kilo becomes tapped, proliferate. It is a legendary artifact creature. So basically, if it taps, you're proliferating your charge counters, your +1/+1 energy, anything, planeswalkers. Proliferate is a really cool mechanic that fits a lot of different themes. And that's the nice thing about Proliferate. And it just works. It's good. It works with your new station cards that we'll go over as well. But some of these cards that I would add in are more probably my style rather than what the deck needs, because I already got the gears turning.
Yeah, you're like, I want to build this one, so this is what I'm going to be doing.
Right.
Yep.
So I love this card personally.
Yeah,
and I wouldn't really change a lot from the Precon.
The cool thing is like, yeah, you get the ability on the attack, but if you have ways to tap it and untap, you're able to do it multiple times. So I really like that you're just able to. And
exactly the way that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
Like you have like a springleaf drum, and you just tap it for mana, and then you have unwinding clock or voltaic key to untap it and do it again.
Yeah, because it is an artifact. So yeah, there's a lot more things to be able to untap this because of the artifact thing on that.
Yep.
All right.
The new stations that we'll talk about here allow this guy to tap, or any of your vehicles can tap this down as well. So it's just a really cool card that you don't have to attack with and still be able to tap it. So I'm excited for it.
All right, let's talk about some of the notable cards. I don't know if that happened.
Yep.
Nope, we'll get past the upgrades first and the unlimited. Let's ignore that. And the new cards. All right, some of the reprints.
Those are the 4 new cards, but reprints. All right. Should we go through Okay, let's work through this and then I'll tell you the numbers.
Okay.
Right.
So-
Okay. We got 7 really cool reprints here. You got Alibu, Ancient Witness. That's the one, like, whenever it attacks, it deals damage for each artifact that you have tapped.
I like
That's
this
like
card.
a $5 card. The next one, you have Cyber Drive Awakener, which is about $11 right now, but other artifact creatures you control have flying, and whenever this creature enters, non-creature artifacts you control become 4/4 artifacts until end of turn. So it's kind of a game winner for your artifact decks. You have Darksteel Reactor, which is sitting around $7. Might really dip after this reprint, but that's okay.
Because it's been a while
you
since
got-
this one's been printed, right? I mean, that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have Joyra, Weatherlight Captain, which I'm pretty surprised looks like it's about $5 right now.
really,
And I get it.
man. They've printed that a bunch lately. Like, that's
Right.
crazy.
But I
that
think
it's up there now.
just like that value of being able to draw cards.
It is a
after-
good card.
Yeah.
I spec'd on it and I got rid of them because I was like, God, they keep printing it. Well, this isn't going anywhere. But I know I'm surprised it's 5. But
I was surprised it was 5 as well.
Yeah.
You have Ripples of Potential,
Love
which
that
is
card.
the proliferate and then phase things out that you put counters on with the proliferation. And that's 11. You have Swan Song at 10, which is a great counter spell. It's crazy that it's in a precon like this.
Yeah.
And then you have Takuthal
Inquiry.
Dominus, but it's the Phyrexian that whenever you proliferate again. That I was seeing it for 15, but also I'm seeing it dipping already pretty quick down to like 7.
Okay.
So that my number's at 15
Okay.
at this point.
So then,
And so those are your major reprints right there. You have 4 cards that are over $10 and Cyber Drive Awakener, Takuthu, Swan Song, and Ripples. And that over 10, your value is at $47.
okay.
And then 2+, we're sitting at $33.50 on our reprints, including some of those that I just mentioned, and then
So
a bunch
you're
of 2s and 3s that you
approaching-
probably have, and then you can unload them for some value after the fact. But this precon's sitting at about $80.50
That's not bad
in
for
value on reprints.
So you're already over almost $20 over what the value of the
Right,
deck
about
is.
15. And so you're that's pretty good.
Well, let's
And
talk
not
about some of
including
the new
new
cards. That's what. Let's talk about
Right.
that. Let's move to the new cards. Are these new cards? I mean, right there with the price of it, I'm like, yeah, that's pretty decent just to get those cards in there, especially if you don't have the. Again, when we talk about the pricing and is it worth it for us, a lot of the cards we have are we have them. If you don't have these cards, it might be worth it because you just don't have them, and it's a great way to get those cards. So always when we talk about that stuff, it's more we're just trying to price things out and everything. So, all right. So we got 4 new cards because we're going to talk about the commander here as well, or the. I guess this is the main commander and the other one's the secondary.
Yeah.
But okay. So what do we
It's
got
fine.
here for the?
All right.
the
Well, we'll
new
talk
stuff?
about In Spirit Flagship Vessel. This is the true commander, which is a spacecraft, and it's a blue and a red and a white for a 5/5 spacecraft, which is station, which basically at sorcery speed you can tap a creature to add counters for its power onto the spacecraft,
Mhm.
and it's kind of like long-term vehicle,
Right.
essentially. Like it's but vehicle, you can do it at instant speed. This is sorcery speed. I think that's like my biggest difference between these. And then also whenever the counters are on, they stay on.
Right. So
And
if you
then
had
once it's a creature, it gets to stay a creature.
if you have a doubling
Um,
season type effect, you're able to add multiple counters on and
good
all that,
point,
so you
good
can
point.
pump them quicker. But this isn't the right colors.
So
but-
if you have one
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 plus,
plus counters on it at the beginning of combat on your turn, put a 1/1 counter on a creature, or 2 charge counters on target artifact creature or target artifact.
yeah.
And then if it has 8+ counters on it, it's a 5/5 flying. Other artifacts you control have hexproof and indestructible, which is really nice.
Yeah. Protect your other stuff too. Yeah, that's really nice. But
So
I
it's-
could see in this is good. I would like it the way that you have it, where the other one is your main commander. We'll talk about mine in a bit, where mine is flip-flopped, where I feel like the station is, or the spacecraft is the better of the commander. But this one is great in the deck. I don't know if I'd want to build around it as the main commander in this deck necessarily. So I like how
Gotcha.
you have yours. Then what else have we got here?
I mean, also, I'm afraid of new things, so spacecraft, it might grow on me eventually. But next one is long range sensor, 2 and a red for an artifact. Whenever you attack a player, put a charge counter on this artifact. And then you can pay 1, remove 2 charge counters from this artifact. Discover 7, activate only as a sorcery.
Discover 4.
So that means reveal cards until you get something. What?
Discover 4.
Do what I say.
7.
Yes.
You did the Monica
4.
7, 7, 7. 5, 4, 3, 7.
Getting
7.
drunk, Malort. It's your fault.
Okay, so
that's what we need, a segment of Malort. It's your fault. There we go.
There we go.
But Discover 4, it's basically card advantage to place something for free just by attacking something. And if you're proliferating and you're putting a bunch of counters on there, and you can pay like 1, get a free thing. Pay 1, get a free thing. Like, that sounds pretty damn good.
Yeah, that is actually pretty solid. Especially, this deck's gonna work with that really well.
Yeah. The next one is Surge Conductor, 3 mana, 3/2 robot, artifact creature. Whenever another non-token artifact you control enters, proliferate. That's bonkers.
All right.
That's bonkers.
And it's not a cast. So if you are dropping non-token
No,
artifact.
it has to be non-token. But if you are blinking your
it has to be an
artifact,
or
if you have any sort of eggs type shell where you're just dropping a bunch of cards, kind of like anything that's super good with Joyra, a Weatherlight Captain that draws you cards and then proliferates you stuff, like that gets to be pretty crazy. I really like this card.
Yeah, I dig that one a lot. Yep.
And so I see good stuff for it. The other thing I want to say before this, people are going to be looking at the new cards and the prices, and they're going, "Oh, this is totally worth buying the Precon." Those prices always drop. There could be something like out of all of these are all like $20.
Yeah,
Look,
they're not 20.
all of these are going to be $20.
No.
So understand that there might be one that keeps its value out of this, but
wait until
just
they come
calm
out.
down.
Right. Calm your tits. Calm your tits. All right. So we got another spacecraft in here.
Yep. And the last one I want to talk about is Ulthrus. Research. Come on, let's hit that.
Yeah, I was gonna,
It's been a while. That feels good. Revitalizing. Ulthrus Research Craft, 2 and a blue artifact spacecraft. It's an 08 station. So if it's 3+, whenever you cast an artifact spell, draw a card, put a charge counter on this spacecraft. And then if it's 12+, it's an 08 flying. And then when this spacecraft gets +1/+0 for each artifact you control.
Yikes.
So it draws you cards and it becomes a beater.
Yeah.
Once you hit that 12. But it's a great wall, honestly.
Well, I mean,
if you had no,
you need to get to 12.
Always going to have artifacts.
But you need to get to 12 to turn it into the wall, because
but it's always it's at least a 1/8 if you had no other artifacts.
Right. Yeah. No.
This
that +3 is pretty sick for that. Just being able to whenever you cast an artifact, and it's not when it enters, but it's the cast. So even if it gets countered, I always like pointing that out. Is
fair enough.
The cast, you still get the draw effect, and then it's adding charge counters to this space. Oh, that's really nice, actually. I didn't even catch that last part of that. I was more focused on the drawing part. So it's adding to it.
That's the better part.
Right. But I mean, it's adding to its counters to get it to turn into a creature as quick as possible. So for a 3-drop, that's really good. Yeah, I dig this a lot.
And so like you drop this in the Kilo deck, and then you tap to put 3 counters on it and proliferate into the 4. And then you're at least drawing cards whenever you're casting artifacts.
Yeah, refilling your hand when you cast shit. Yeah, I like this a lot.
No, this is
very easy
I really like
to
this.
activate that first part, that 3+.
Yep.
Okay, so I guess
Is it worth it? Let me work it.
I put my game down, flip it. Is it worth it? For me?
What do you think?
You said it was 60, and this is 15 over with reprints. And we got some pretty sweet new cards in this. For me, it is. I think it is. I think this one is worth it of the decks, because you got a lot of good reprints in there. What you said, 3 of them were $10 more, or $10 or more?
Right at this point. Oh, like on the reprints?
The reprint wise.
4.
I'll tell you this. Spoiler alert, I have 0 that are over $10 in my deck when we talk about that. So I like this a lot. You have 4 cards that, of course they're going to come down in price a bit, but that's what you want is you want 4 cards that are, they're heavy hitters. They're big. They're spendy cards. I have all of them.
We know that Swan Song and Ripples are great cards. Like if you have them, resell them. That's easy.
Right. Well, I mean, we got Swan Song multiple secret layer drops, and the card just stays where it's at. So it has longevity. It's not gonna dip much at all. If it does dip, it's a couple dollars, and it'll come right back up again. So yeah, for me, I think this one is definitely worth it. There's a lot of proliferation is huge. I mean, it's Atraxa is one of the biggest commanders. Since she's been printed, it's always in like the top 10 and all that. The proliferation is a thing. 1/1 counters. It just does so much stuff. And this deck feeds into that. So I like this one. How are you feeling?
Right.
I'm guessing you're
well, and I think you make a really good point, and it's what I started off with, as in it makes it seem like it's either a station or a charge counter deck, but really your money cards are going to be coming from proliferate because there's so many avenues that those cards are really good in. And so those are the cards that are going to be really good. And there are multiple new proliferate cards that I didn't add just because I like to choose different things. There's a proliferate. I'm talking about drawing. I'm talking about discovering. Like, those are cool ass cards. And there's other really good new cards that I really like. I truly do plan on buying this one if I can get it for like that 60 mark.
Yep.
I think this is really good. How about this? And this is an interesting thing as well, because it's in my opinion, but this is probably the first deck that I think is worth buying that doesn't have an all-around staple like Black Market Connections or
I want to see the reprints. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I don't think it doesn't have a Ripples. It doesn't have anything where it's just like, oh, this fits in every deck and this is going to be truly a $20 card. But I think the deck is well enough put together that you have solid reprints, really good new cards that can be used in multiple different variations. And it just seems like this seems like a really solid buy if you can get it in that $60 range.
Yep. Oh, I agree. So you're it's worth it, right?
I'm in big.
Yep. All right.
How about this? I'll probably the first time stated on this show, and it might be the Malort talking, but this is probably one that I'd buy a second one of and hang it on the shelf.
I can see. Oh, you mean like for spec wise?
Sit on it and wait to see if it goes up or down. This feels like it's not a Traxa level or a vampire one or an Ur-Dragon one.
But proliferation does shit. Like proliferation is a big thing. I can see that. Proliferation affects so many decks. Deck types. Like you could just do it. Like you could make it a poison counter deck. Proliferation works. 1/1 counters, proliferation, planeswalkers, proliferation, all that shit works. So, and if we get, I want them to bring back -1/-1 counters again. Proliferation works. You know what I'm saying?
At some point they will.
Yeah. I agree. That could be a good one. That's funny. You see what you guys should get an apartment and see what happens, because Jay-Z Kayak is wanting to do the same thing that Lowry's saying.
Team Force Walk.
Get the fuck out of here. All right, let's talk about some of these budget upgrades, Lowry. If you were going to do some budget upgrades to this deck, and you are going to, what would you do? What would you put in this deck? And we got 5 of them, right?
There's like $10 worth. We're only talking about 5 cards at this point. But one, you do have a bunch of
this first one, dude. I don't even know this one. I have not. This one is taking me because I'm like, what the fuck is this card? I've never seen this, and this is an old card. It's not new.
It's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, I didn't even know about this one. All right, tell me what it is.
Hold on. I just bought a foil one before this.
Oh, good for you. You deserve this button, you little bastard.
Oh!
Oh, good for you.
Good for you.
So, let me see that foil, Lowry. Show
There
me
we
that
go.
foil.
Stop. My penis can only get
Nice.
erect.
That is a sexy
so I bought
one.
this for Zerta so that I could just pay one, put a counter on it, and then like store up mana, anything that was extra.
So why don't you tell the people that are listening and not seeing what are we
All right, 4
blowing our
mana
load
artifact, pay 2, put a charge counter on Gemstone Array, and then you can remove a charge counter from Gemstone Array, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. So essentially what you're doing, and this is overcosted, but this is super budget. You have like Pented Prism in there, you have your Everflowing Chalice, you have your Cornucopia, and this is probably the 4th one that you'd want in there, or something like that. But you basically get a charge counter on it, and then every time you proliferate, you're adding mana to this, and you can use it whenever you want. It's just storing up. To me, it's basically pay 2, create a treasure token.
Right. You get 1 on there, and then your proliferation just takes over at that point.
Right.
And you have nothing.
And so this card feels really, really good. I think it's going to be great, and it's super budget. This is a 5-cent uncommon, and I want to say $4 or $5 foil at this point. When I bought it like 2 months ago, but I'd get in on that foil. It's going to be super sweet.
Nice. Ooh.
Next one out of the 5, Magda, Brazen Outlaw, because you're a dickhead. But basically,
Magda. I love you, Magda. I don't ever get to play you. Everybody hates you.
Everybody hates you. Yes. But basically, if you want to build this into like a station or a vehicle style deck, kind of like if you go Kilo or if you go with the station, if it cares about creatures being tapped, Magda, if you're in red, Magda's the way to go. You don't necessarily, you're also an artifact deck here. So if you get X amount of treasures and sacrifice them, you can go get any artifact in your deck and put it into play.
Point. Yep.
And so this, I think, fits perfectly within this deck.
Yep.
There aren't any dwarves, but you can move more into vehicles to help your stuff tap.
Yep.
You can move more into a couple of different avenues to really like having creatures tap.
I mean,
and Magda's the top one beyond Kilo that you would want.
Right. And the thing is like, you don't have to have a dwarf deck. If you're a treasure deck, Magda should probably be in there. Like that just, you can go search for anything. Ooh, I like this guy here. I have a few of those guys in foil.
You have a few of them. They are $3-4 now.
Nice. Go ahead and tell me what it is.
Magister's Scepter, 3 mana artifact, pay 4, tap it, put a charge counter on the scepter, tap, remove 3 charge counters from Magister's Scepter, take another turn after this one. When you're in a proliferate deck, this is a pretty dope one to have.
Yeah, it's you're gonna not make friends. I'll just say that.
Right? Yeah. It definitely. This is one I'd be careful on, but it's definitely one that I've noticed has gone up in price because of this, because of Kilo and like all the proliferation that you can have happen. So there's that. Next one is Mirren Spy. I think I've talked about this one in the past with artifact decks, but basically 2 mana 3, 2 mana and a blue. It has flying. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, you may untap target creature.
So talking about what the
if Kilo is able to create mana with like a Paradise Mantle that I'll talk about, Spring Leaf Drum, you're able to untap it and have it make more mana. Stuff like that. So it's pretty dope. And then Storm the Vaults, also a $3 card, $4 card. Whenever you have one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, create a treasure token, and then at the beginning of your end step, if it flips, add a blue for each to your mana pool for each artifact you control. If you're in a red-blue artifact deck and you have some creatures in there, this is the card to play. I love this card. I am surprised it's a fucking $4 card.
I know. Another card. I like look at these and I'm like, I spec'd on that one as well. It didn't go anywhere. Like it's just like
stop. Look. we're not wrong. You're just early.
Yeah,
That's all there is.
Right, exactly.
That's
all right. So
that's
then
the life of Spec. Right
I
there.
forgot. I get to hit the Mr. Unlimited. Where's my Mr. Unlimited guy? Where is he?
He's in
Russell.
He's in New York Giants.
Yeah, is that
now.
where he is? Okay, that's right.
Mr. Unlimited.
All right, so Mr. Unlimited, no budget. You got 3 cards in here. What, Paradise Mantle's on Mr. Unlimited? I didn't realize it was already.
Yeah, no, it's just
He's up
gonna
there.
be all right. Filigree Vector. This one has definitely gone up because of Kilo here, but when an ETB or 3 colorless white 1/1, when an ETB is put a 1/1 counter on any number of target creatures, then you can pay 1, tap it, sack another artifact to proliferate. So it's just you're an artifact.
Whoa, wait, back
putting 1/1 counters on stuff.
Back
if
it
you
up.
Want to sacrifice an artifact, you're proliferating. Like
Back it up. Back
it
it up.
does everything.
It also does and add a charge counter on each of any number of target artifacts. So it also is doing charge counters.
Totally missed that. I have skipped this because I have played this in 1/1 counter decks.
Yeah.
But the charge counters almost never matter.
Right, because it doesn't until.
and in this deck
now.
is perfect.
Yeah, that's awesome. That is really good.
Point. Yeah. So this has jumped up to over $10.
Oh
at this
shit.
Point.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Paradise Mantle. It was like $5-6, but it's 0 to come down, 1 to equip, and then equip creature gets to tap for any color of mana.
That's what we were talking about
I
earlier.
love this card. This might be a top equipment for me if we want to do another top 5. I don't know if I did it or not, but yeah, I love this one.
Yeah.
And then the last one is Unwinding Clock. Untap all artifacts you control during each other player's untap step. Look, this card is great. Whenever it gets reprinted, go buy multiple because it will come back. It is a Seaborn Muse for artifacts. Should be in just about any artifact heavy deck. Like it's a $9 card. Go get it. Make sure you have one.
Very nice. All right. Well, those are the upgrades. Let us know what you would do with this deck, how you would upgrade this one with budget or whatever, or if you're going to buy this deck. We'd like to hear that in the comments. Now we're going to move on to the other Precon. Hang on a second. Oh, it's hard for me to do it when it's this way. All right. Going to get big there. We're going to shrink it down. Are you going to give me my decks? What the heck are you doing, Moxfield? There we go. Budget upgrades. And I am World Shaper. There we go. All right. The next deck we're going to talk about is this one is...
Yeah. Intrude Alarm would be great. We put... I can't go on forever.
Oh, go ahead.
Like, I can't build the deck.
You will.
That's
Hey,
later.
You will.
That's
Yeah.
later.
Lowry's
I'll let
going to be
you know.
building the deck, so you can check that out what he decides to do with that.
Yeah.
All right. So I have World Shaper, which is the other Precon, and this is the black, red, green Precon. Now I'm gonna show you the secondary commander, but how I really would like to build this deck would be with the station, and so we'll talk about that in the new cards when I get there. Actually, I might do it right now. No, I'm trying to. We're doing. Is it worth it first, and then we do the other stuff.
Baby.
So, 2 colorless, 1 black, 1 red, 1 green for a legendary insect druid. It is a 2/5 flying. You may play land cards from your graveyard. Whenever you sacrifice another non-token permanent during your turn, put a number of 1/1 counters equal to its power on up to 1 other target creature. So, fetch land. This is a landfall-ish deck, but playing from your graveyard. So, fetch lands are your friends in this, and playing multiple lands is your friend in this. And also, there's a couple angles you could do is you need him to get big too, because as he's bigger, you can pump another creature just as big as he is. So you want his front to be huge so that you can pump your other one. So if you're playing with this commander, that's how I would go. But I'm going to do the station. But let's first talk about the deck itself and what's in it. Is this deck actually worth it?
Can I say that, like, I think this one is so much more interesting than, like, Mazarek.
Right. Where it's just sacrifice everything, gets 1/1 counters, blah, blah, blah.
Adding a color, like, Mazarek's too easy.
This makes
I love that, like, playing more lands, like fetched lands is perfect in this.
Yeah, like
and also this feels better. What's that dragon that was, like, just brutal in Thrones of Eldraine?
Corvold.
What's that?
Corvold.
Corvold. Yeah,
He's in
So,
the
like,
deck. He's in this deck.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah, that's one of the bigger. That's one of the notable cards I'm going to talk about in a second. but-
Mazarek might be good in this deck
And
too.
Mazarek is in this
but
deck.
I'd rather have.
I'm
this
almost
than
positive
both of
Mazarek
those
is in this deck
as
too.
the commander.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Okay.
Okay, so this deck is $57 when I looked on TCG for the Precon just to buy it.
Okay.
That being said, I have 0 cards over $10 at this point. There is no card that is over $10. There is only 4 cards that are between $5 and $10, and we got 8 cards that are between $2 and $5. Of the 4 cards that are, let me get to the notables. Get out of there. Don't look at those. Don't pretend like you didn't see it. Don't see that. The notables is Fabled Passage, which we've been getting. We get that in almost every other Precon at this point. Precon group.
I think that was reprinted in mine.
Was it in yours too?
It's in yours?
Yeah, it's in mine. Yeah.
No, it's yours. You're right.
Okay, so it's a $5 card. We got Corvold. There's what Larry was just talking about. Corvold's a $7 card.
Solid reprint.
We have Morog, which gives you the additional attack on landfall triggers, and then we got Oracle of Moldiah, which used to be a card that I put in every single green deck, and then I don't because we have other stuff that's better. And those are
don't play that anymore.
yeah, because I don't want to show you.
Commander is very different.
Yeah. So just those 4 cards, those are the only ones that are over $5, only brings you to $27. So then I mentioned between 2 and 5, you know, if you go on the low end of it, it's really $16 because we had 8 of them. So with reprint value wise, we only have $43. So we are $14 under, where yours was $15 over. You had your reprints that got you $15 over.
I stole your value.
Yeah. I will say the new cards are pretty sweet in this. And let's go through. I got a little bit more on these. Let's start with the first guy. So we have Avendo Brush Razor. This is 2 colorless and a red insect warrior, 2/2. Whenever you sacrifice a non-token permanent, so your fetches, exile the top card of your library. This is just fantastic. Like, if you're in a red deck and you are multiple colors, you're playing fetches, this is going to get you. I wouldn't just do it if you're only playing 5 fetches, but you have to have a sacrifice kind of theme, I would think, or a little bit higher on the, like if I was 3 or 4 colors or more, I would probably do this. But then it also says during your turn, as long as you've sacrificed a non-token permanent this way, you may play cards exiled with this creature. And then it also does tap, sacrifice a land, add 2. So it has a built-in card advantage because you can do it even if you aren't playing the fetches stuff. You can sacrifice a land, give yourself mana, also get a card that you could potentially play. So that seems pretty sick for a 3-drop card there. Exploration Brood Ship. Now this one is really expensive already, and rightfully so. It's a 1-drop. +3. You may play an additional land on each of your turns, so that's easy. To do. Yep. +8. It turns into a 4/4. It has flying. Once during each of your turns, you may cast a permanent spell from your graveyard by sacrificing a land in addition to paying its other costs. So for a 1, like, what is it? I mean, you're getting, is it burgeoning? Which I always get them mixed up. Exploration and burgeoning. Which one's which?
exploration.
Exploration. Yeah. Okay. So it's the same casting cost as exploration. You just need to tap something that 3 power or a couple things that give you 3 power. You have that. Then you get more, and now you're able to bring stuff back from your graveyard. Like this one's going to stay up there in price. So like you mentioned with the other deck, this might be one of those cards that stays at these higher price. Maybe not as high as it is.
What is it saying this is at right now?
I believe it was like 20 something, like 20. I don't have, if I zoom out.
Like
give me a sec.
here's an example. This ain't
that's-
no exploration. This is, in my opinion, this is a $5 to $10 card.
Yeah, probably.
Still good, but like, it's not exploration.
Right. You have to do a little work to get exploration, but it does have the bonus part of it does more afterwards. So, but yeah, so I like this one a lot.
This is that part of like spacecraft that like I'm unsure about.
Right. We got to see how it all works.
Everything I see that first bit, I'm like, that's very doable.
Yeah.
That second part though, like how much are we investing into
playing
8+. That's a lot.
You already have the 3, so you just need to go 5 more.
You're a salesman.
I know.
There we go. But I wouldn't say that like.
And it's
you didn't sell me on it. I went.
Well,
why
I'll
am
give
I
you this.
tapping my creatures.
I'll give you this. It's in green, so you're going to get the multipliers of your doubling seasons and stuff like that. So you can make this go really easily with all that stuff. So, yeah, I think this one's going to be interesting.
I don't know if we want to get into the debate of station here or move on to when we do top 10s. Let's do that.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, we'll have long. Yeah, we're already over an hour. We're back. We're back over an hour. All right. So this is I would actually build this deck. This is what I was talking about earlier of the face commander. But Hearth Hall the World Seed. This is a station. It's 1 colorless, black, red, green. It has the +2. Once it gets a +2, you can tap 1 and tap it. Sacrifice a land, draw 2 cards. You may play an additional land this turn. It's 8+ is Flying Vigilance Haste, and whenever you sacrifice a land, each opponent loses 2 life. So for me, when we get to the deck part, how I would build this around, I mean, you basically make it so that you're wanting to sacrifice everything to win the game is kind of how I would play this one out. And so I'd build it around sacrificing your lands and bringing back lands from your graveyard, all that stuff. It's already built in with the deck. And that's why I think this one is a lot more fun than the other one. The other one, you're having to mix in. I would want to have 1/1 counters on my commander, somehow get my commander big enough so that I'm pumping up other things. And that one feels more, I guess that's the style. The other commander is more on attack base. You're trying to kill people by attacking. This one, you could sit back and do your landfall type stuff, playing from the graveyard, sacrificing lands, bringing them back, blah, 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 blah. So I think it's 2 completely different styles of play. And this is my style of play. I'm more of I don't like to go after and attack. I do, but my style that I like is sitting back and letting it all blow up. And that's what this one feels like. So, you're going to sneeze? You're going to cough? There it is.
I would love to see you build this. I think that's super interesting.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, I was building that Chocobo one, and I got really bored with it because it's very landfall basic. And
moving on.
Yeah, this one is maybe where I'm probably going to go on this.
Okay.
Horizon Explorer. So this one, I feel like could be expensive too. But it's 2 colorless, 1 green for an insect scout. It is a 2/4. Lands you control enter untapped. Whenever you attack a player, so you can attack multiple players and get this trigger to happen, create a lander token, which isn't lander's the new thing. I like lander. I love lamp. It's an artifact that has tap 2, tap, sacrifice it, search your library for a basic land, put on the battlefield, tap. I mean, I like they're one of the better I like the lander idea. It does come into play tapped, which kind of sucks, but it doesn't with this guy. So that's kind of nice. It's like it brings in a land untapped, which is really nice. And
so does this, if you attack 3 players, you get 3 lander tokens?
3 lander tokens, yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah. So and that's just a tap 2. Much better than food tapping 3 to do its shit.
This fucking food. Here we go.
And then Scouring Swarm is the last card. 1 colors, 1 black, 1 green. It's a flying insect with a 1/1. Whenever you sacrifice a land, create a tapped token. That's a copy of this creature if 7 or more lands are in the graveyard. Otherwise, you create a 1/1 black insect creature token with flying. I think it's interesting because it's like our the insects that multiply when you do the landfall. It's like an opposite. It's more of caring about what's in your graveyard and doing a similar effect, you know. So I think it was Scoot Swarm, whatever. So that's what it's kind of thing. I mean, it is Scouring Swarm, Scoot Swarm. Right. So it's playing on words there. I think this one could do, could be a lot of fun. It's not my favorite of the bunch, but I thought it was one of an interesting one because it's dealing with the graveyard
they
stuff.
Really neutered it.
Yeah.
Because essentially, like, to make this, the lander is pretty cool. I do really like that one. But the Scouring Swarm, you need to be able to, like, bring lands out of your graveyard for sure to be able to just kind of keep on doing
it. But then you're also losing those 7 or land more in your graveyard. So it's a little tricky on how that's all going to work. So yeah, I think this This one's interesting. It's my least favorite.
Oh no. Okay. I totally misread it.
Yeah, no,
you
it
want
needs your
more.
7
So you're
land
right.
in the graveyard, but you are wanting to be able to sacrifice your land. So I mean, it's in a sacrifice landfall.
This could be sweet in like Mothman,
right?
like stuff that self mills and green black.
Yeah,
that's pretty dope.
Well, I mean, it fits well with Gitrog, and Gitrog's in this deck as well. So it's just it's all working together. Okay, so Lowry, I just showed you the reprints, $43. The deck costs $57, and I showed you what five new cards that seem pretty interesting. How do you? Is it worth it? Is it? Whoops, I'm on the wrong spot. I thought I was still there.
Spoiler. Look, okay. I have stated years ago, back at your old house, as in not the one that you're in, not the trailer that you lived in.
I was wondering why it was an old house in the camper. Yeah, okay, I gotcha.
But when we did the segment of Landfall is my favorite mechanic.
Yeah.
We did
a tournament
with
on
these
it too.
precons. They have been every other like new precon over the last 2 years have just been Landfall or Land Matters and stuff like that. This is the most interesting one, at least for me, that's happened in the last like 2+ years. I like everything that's going on here. I like the new stuff a lot. The reprint value is pretty minuscule. I'm not excited about that. This is definitely one where I'm close, and if you're interested, go buy it. And if you're not, this is a skippable one.
Or
But
singles.
This is something that
singles.
I might heavily go in on singles.
Right.
On this one.
So I think we're both in the same. I'm
The price is wrong.
I'm the price is wrong, but I am for. I'll tell you what, you're really going to build the other one. I might skip on the Final Fantasy because we've already moved on from that, and it's still really expensive. And if I build that, I'm not happy with it. It's very basic. It's Chocobo. Let's just go birds and landfall. It seems very easy. This seems more fun.
Yep.
Yes. I think this one's gonna be more fun, and it's not landfall, but it is in a way. Like you're saying, it is landfall, but it's also about sacrificing.
It's a Land Matters deck,
right.
Sure.
So I'll build this one as well. I will build this one instead of the Final Fantasy one.
Makes sense to me.
Because this one does seem like, because I've been wanting to do a landfall one. I don't have a true like Lands Matters deck. I have a lot of that in decks, but not as the theme of the deck. So I like this, and using the spacecraft, I think that's the angle I will go with this deck.
Cool.
But yeah, I will pick up singles, and I think that's the route I will go. Okay, so that being said, we both said it isn't worth it, but I think it is worth it for the singles. It is cheaper, but the cards, the reprint wise, it's not there. Let's talk about some of the. I have a little bit more than what you had, just because I just kept throwing shit on there.
It's all right.
But some of them
I'm
are.
gonna start my other beer, and then we're good.
Some of these are just
talk as long as you want, baby.
Some of these are kind of repeating stuff, so I'm not going to go too in depth with it. But some of the budget upgrades, we got Conduit of Worlds, which is the Ford. What?
I know you want to run through that, but I would say that this is comparable to the other exploration.
Conduit of Worlds?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. I don't remember words.
Oh,
but,
you mean the new one you're talking about?
Right. Yeah, Conduit of Worlds versus the One Mana Station.
Yeah. Are you
like? I don't know if I'm going to say that I like this over the other one, but I like Conduit of Worlds.
Yeah.
And it feels like less work, but there's more work around.
Right. It's a 4 CMC. Yeah. I could see that.
But you could just play lands instead of playing an extra land. Like, and then also just like when you're out of cores or the best option is in your graveyard, you tap it and you cast something.
Yeah. Cole.
Whereas the other one is like.
I got to give Cole this. Cole, you deserve this.
Hashtag Team Force Walk Cole.
Get the fuck out!
There's too many. I only have RoboCop that was my Urza's for life. Everybody else is Team Forest Walk. No, I can see that. This is
Something happened?
Mike, can you hear me now?
No? Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, there we go. I'm glad I can figure out when it pops like that. What that also means is, hang on a second. That means that...
I'm still going.
Yeah, give me a sec. Here we go. We're going to press record again. And there we go. All right, Lowry, on your recording, just a note, you're going to have a little edit there at about 125 of the... This is on-air production meeting. You're going to have about 125, you're going to have a... Oh, wait. Yep, my voice is still there. You're going to have a little edit you're going to have to do there. But, hey, we caught it this time. Okay, so, yeah, I agree with the Conduit of Worlds take with the other one. It is similar. One's cheaper to come out, but you have to do some hoops to get it to where Conduit and Exploration is. But then they both kind of do the similar thing with the tapping and being able to play stuff. So I dig that. Then we got Dryad of the Elysian Grove. I still think this is crazy that I'm saying that this is budget, but they keep printing the crap out of it, which is good because it is a really good card. Makes, especially in a 3-color deck, makes all your lands each land type, and then playing additional lands. And that's what you're going to want to do with this kind of deck, is play more lands from your graveyard, play your fetches over and over again. So that just fits there. Again, Remnant Excavator, play lands from your graveyard. We want more of that synergy. Now, if you were to play with the other commander, the first one that I showed you, Retreat to Kazandu, what I was thinking with this is it's adding the 1/1 counter to your commander. So, but remember, when a land goes into the graveyard with your commander, that's when you get to add counters. So you're playing a land, add a counter to get your commander bigger, and it's dependent about how big your commander is. So this will help your commander grow, and then in turn make your other creatures grow. So that's why I plug this in there. Is like, if you want to go with that commander route, this might be helpful in that, especially if you're playing multiple lands, because you get your commander up to, 5, 6, 7. Now when you sacrifice your fetch land, you're putting 7 1/1 counters on another target creature. So if you're going that route, this would be a good add in there. Then you want some free sack outlets. So you got Sylvan Safekeeper, which also can protect your stuff.
What is this at now?
Well, I know it's a lot. I'm just getting, I didn't do like how we did the $20.
This is Mr. Worldwide at this point.
Sylvan Safekeepers.
No, Mr. Unlimited.
Mr. Unlimited. Yeah, you did go.
I saw the GIF on Discord.
You got roped into that.
How dare you?
Got you. Sylvan Safekeeper is not that expensive. He keeps getting reprinted, but yeah, no.
It's like a $6-7 card because.
Oh, there was one, but yeah, everything else is cheap. These guys aren't expensive at this point. This is just suggestions, and then Zurin Orb is only like a 25-cent card, so. Zurin Orb is another way, free sack outlet. So remember when I was talking about the station, you want something that if you have enough land out that you can kill everybody and you can sacrifice it all at once, you want cards like that. So that's what I would add into these decks, and what I probably will. These will be in there because I want to sacrifice them all to win the game. And then at the same point, you're playing from your graveyard, so you can bring stuff back. It's not like a complete loss or whatever. So those are my budget upgrades. Now
what it sounds like is I need to play more Bloodchief Ascension so that you just die when you start sacrificing your lands.
Maybe.
How about that? You sacrifice, you lose 2, but I lose 2, but I gain 2. Nothing happens, and you die.
Yeah, I mean, that would be a good one against this deck.
Perfect.
All right, so now Mr. Worldwide, as Lowry would say it, or
Mr. Unlimited.
I love the RoboCop got you. Hook, line, and sinker.
He got me.
So
he got me.
Again, we're going with Crucible World, so it's more playing from the graveyard. Horn of Greed, whenever a player plays a land, you're going to be playing a lot of extra land. You're playing basically all the extra land stuff in this. Do
you think if they ever did another alt art of Horn of Greed, it should just be like a set of huge breasts?
I love Mullard.
And then like Horny Mullard. Of Greed.
Are you telling me I should make a proxy of that? Ancient Green Warden, even though we just got it in that secret lair, it's still playing from your graveyard, and then you got double triggers with your landfall. Landfall isn't going to matter as much, but you're playing from your graveyard. Scape Shift is that same thing I was just talking about. You want a way to sacrifice everything. This is your game winner. Squandered Resources. free sack outlet, but it's a reserve list card, so it's a $50 plus. And yes, I'm showing a fetch land because there are no fetch lands besides like the basic ones in there. You put as many fetch lands in this deck as possible if you're trying to do this. So
true.
Getting all the fetches, that was my main point of this. Of all the Mr. Unlimited stuff, well, also Crucible Worlds, fetch lands would be my most important thing in this deck because you're trying, like my normal is 5 in a 3-color deck. In this, I'd probably play 10, at least 10. Just trying to, you want that to continue because it's in your graveyard. You're able to play more cards from your graveyard. Just continuously do that. So that's where I'm at with that.
What about Reign of Filth?
I don't know that one. What is that the red?
No, it's black. It's a black sorcery. Sacrifice a land to add black to your mana pool.
It's just sacrifice one, or you can sacrifice as many as
any amount. Like it allows you to sacrifice all your land.
That could
for
be
one
good.
Black, essentially.
Yeah. So really, what I was doing with the sacrifice is just I wanted to give the ideas there, so that would be a good one to add probably in it. I dig that. So, we just hit at hour 30. So yeah,
perfect.
Awesome. All right. Hey, we're back at it, and even when we have audio error, I still remembered how to countersync that and get everything working, so we should be good there. Let us know what you guys think of the decks, what you guys would add, how you would build these decks, if you would buy these decks. Let us know in the comments there. Also, don't forget to vote on the basic lands. What are your favorites? So those will be going starting Tuesday, tomorrow, and if you guys are listening on Wednesday for the podcast, the audio version, we'll already have a couple up there. So it's good to be back. Good to see you, Lowry. That should do it for this time. We will catch you guys next week.
I'm next. Thanks for listening.
See ya. Oh, shit. I don't know where hang on. Where's my boobies? Where is the end? Oh, there it is.
I love boobs. I'm talking tatas. I love boobs.
I'm bonkers for honkers.
I love boobs. Thanks for the memories. I love boobs.
Where is my stuff?
Hey, calm down there. Not everything's a big beater. Like, I'm a big beater
The
too.
best way to support Commander Smiths is make sure you slap that like button. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe to our channel. Also, check out our online store, CommanderSmiths.com, where we have metal tokens, mugs, t-shirts, playmats,